Welcome back to SV BlownAway. In this week's episode, we are fixing the boat. And in case you missed it, here's a little bit from last week where we are forever fixing the boat.
So I can show you something you've never seen. And both you and I should be together.
We are Natalie, Ian and Nelson, and we are fixing an old boat daily. Hey, good morning. Sun's back. Well, the sun's back, so we're going to get on with some jobs today. Nat's having a clean up on the boat. Nelson, as always, is asleep. And I am going to get on with this locker lid. And once I completely flattened all of the teak, so it's all one level, we're going to mask it up, ready for Sikaflex. The finished locker lid back in place. Again, quite pleased with that. Worked out quite well. Should last out my lifetime. Nat, what's happening in this episode of Forever Fixing the Boat?
We're fixing the boat.
Hooray! What are you doing?
I'm taking this old Treadmaster off the steps, and Ian's going to make them look pretty. Yeah. Because it's slightly broken anyway, so we need to make a repair. And Ian's decided he will repair it the way he would like it repaired. So we're going to have nice teak slats and Sikaflex in our interior steps.
Treadmaster is notoriously difficult to remove.
You should show them the colour difference between this.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. It's so badly faded on the decks. But it's faded all in unison, so it can stay. It's all the same colour. BlownAway's decks were originally teak. The previous owner replaced them with non-teak, which is a good move. So I used a product called Treadmaster, and this stuff is the diamond tread that you can see on these steps, and it is very difficult to remove.
You just need a
sharp chisel. We are repairing this step. This step has started to disintegrate. The others are okay. These aren't too bad, but the top one's in bad shape. We've already taken the Treadmaster off, and my plan is to route this down a bit lower. It's solid teak from what I can make out. In underneath this plug is a screw, so I just need to expose the screw head to be able to remove the broken remains of the screw, which seems to have been glued in, per usual. If I can get the old plug out without a little bit of damage. All of the original screws are flat heads, which are a nightmare. Anyone who's ever had to repair a boat, the flathead screws are just awful. If I can't get this out, I can just drill another one next to it and replug this. Yeah, that's not going to shift. One tool maybe you've seen me use before is this little hole cutter. So it clamps onto the drill bit. So the drill bit is going to make the hole for the screw to go into. So the drill obviously is going to cut into the wood, and then this piece here will cut the plug hole. So I end up with a screw hole and a plug hole all in one go. Quite a clever little piece of kit. I just have a plastic container full of old screws. Some are brass, some are stainless. There's a mixture in here. Brass screws like this kind of thing, or like these out of country, is incredibly difficult. You know, when I find stuff like this, it's just not possible. Little dollop of wood glue. We take our plug, we match the grain. Grain's running that way. Put a plug in. So the hole cut by this blade is exactly the right size for this plug. This is a pre-made plug as well. This is from a chandlery probably. See how many of these I snap. Brass screws. With the steps now sanded flat, I can mark out the router grooves onto the teak plank. I thought the Treadmaster was just stuck to the top of the stairs, but they weren't. It was actually recessed into the stairs, so I had to get rid of the rebate.
So I took the Treadmaster off for you, and then you sanded them flat to get rid of the rebate. Yeah,
so I've gone over it with a belt sander, and also we have routed grooves into these solid pieces of teak. Ideal being is that we can put Sikaflex into them, and they will look like they've got inlays. That's the plan.
Yeah, so at the moment, this is what the other two look like. You can see they've been routed.
Only I can't Sikaflex it tonight, because if I do, I won't be able to get the dog out.
Yeah, because he has to get in and out somehow, right?
Temporarily back in position so we can get Nelson in and out. And if you're wondering, I'm doing this inside because it's pretty cold outside. I put the heating back on this morning, and I put the heating back on because I intend to do some varnishing. And there you have it, the 3 finished steps, and I am really pleased with that. We'll clean them up a little bit more around the edges.
Are you sanding in the lower saloon in front of the heater?
It's warm down here.
Oh my god, look at the mess you're making.
It's just a bit of dust. It'll be fine, I can hoover up in a minute. It's cold outside. I love these planks to keep them warm.
Sat outside in the cold. Poor dog. Poor dog. Yeah, so while Ian is doing that, I've just given this a quick tickle with some sandpaper. So we're going to varnish all of those and the back sections here, which will line up with the steps. Then we can put the steps back in and Nelson will be able to get back in the boat. Oh no. Tape.
I tell you, I was left unsupervised.
You're not scratching the table with that at all, are you?
Doesn't matter because I've got to repair the table anyway. The table's already got some damage to it, unfortunately.
It's getting more while you're doing that.
So I'm preheating it a little bit on top of the heater. The heater was on overnight, I've now switched it off. So this should just warm it up enough that it makes it flow onto the teak that much better. And I think you'd agree, that looks considerably better than flaky Treadmaster. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our recent coffee donations. Tim, thank you. And Kirby, Jem, Kira and Phoenix, thank you very much for your support. It is really appreciated. And we are going to have a coffee on you. And if anybody else is interested in getting a mention in our videos and would like to send us a coffee, the link is in the description below the video. And if Aladino on Magic Carpet ever watches this video, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Aladino. I'm sorry. I bring shame to the trade. Shame. I can't really do this from sanding too much wood.